Let's dive into the fascinating topic of time. Time is this wibbly wobbly, mind boggling concept that bombards us every single waking moment. We humans have managed to squeeze our lives into neat little chunks of 60 minutes within 24 hours. Day makes up 365 days in a year. And if we are lucky, we survive enough cycles of these 365-day frames to make it through our lives. But here's the kicker: is time even a real thing, or we just fooling ourselves? According to the dictionary, time is defined as a non-spatial continuum. That means it's this whole process of events occurring in space. So in a way, time is intertwined with space. Like a never-ending party with space and time hold hands and bougie together. They are inseparable. Now, science loves the idea of a space-time continuum where everything from galaxies to tadpoles exists within this mind-bending framework. Without time, space will be like this invisible cloak, impossible to perceive, and without space, time will throw a tantrum and refuse to work its magic. So, in a scientific sense, everything needs time to exist. But hold your horses. When we zoom in and focus on our little material bodies, our brains start going wild with thoughts. We, as also clever human species, have developed this knack for understanding time because we are reference-based creatures. We have memories that help us recall things and make sense of the past, present, and even the future. It's like our evolutionary superpower, honed over millions of years, allowing us to wrap our heads around the concept of existence itself. But here is the mind-blowing part. True reality doesn't care about references, it just exists. All of life, from the tiniest nanosecond to the grandest billion-year event, simply is right here, right now, in this very moment. The past and the future, well, they are just figments of our imagination, mere illusions we use to navigate this thing we call reality. I know it can get a tad confusing when we try to squeeze life into a linear timeline. We like to think of life as an arrow starting from birth, passing through the chaos of existence, and eventually reaching the finish line called death. We view our lives and the universe through these linear lenses. It's like we are following a script, expecting life to unfold neatly from point A to B. And that's where time gets all twisted up. We get so caught up in the concepts of time, thinking it's the be-all and end-all, it's the ultimate reality. But let me tell you something, time can be useful, no doubt about that. It helps us structure our lives, meet deadlines, and show up fashionably late to parties. I mean, just looking at a clock gives us this false sense of understanding what time really is. Like looking at a square and knowing it's rectangle with 4 equal sides. It makes sense, but it's not the whole truth. In nature, time is just doing its thing, being all nonchalant and existing without a care in the world. It's not square, rectangle, or any shape we can label. It's simply the flow of existence itself. And when we try to narrow it down, box it into events or objects, it's just our minds attempting to grasp the unfathomable, the essence of reality beyond time, space, and all those fancy words we have conjured up to make sense of it. Now, I won't lie to you, this whole time is an illusion concept might be a bit perplexing. It's like multiplying 0 by 0. Sure, you can do it, you can present it as a thing, but it won't give you any answers. But here's the thing, if we take a step back, if we pause, if we meditate or simply commune with nature, we can feel it, we can sense this occurrence, this moment in all its naked glory. In that moment, there is no past, no present, not even a glimpse of the future, it just is. It's like a reality throwing a massive party and you are invited. And when you fully recognize and embrace this, you see through the beautiful yet contradictory illusion we call time. So here is the kicker. If time isn't the paramount factor controlling our existence, how can we thrive? How can we rise above the constraints of time and live our best lives? Society bombards us with messages about time, telling us it's precious and we should cherish every moment. We are encouraged to buy more watches, obsess over our calendars, and constantly planning ahead, all while keeping our brains away from the now. But let me tell you something. The Western world has sold us a twisted version of time. They have turned it into a commodity that scares us, that distracts us from the present moment. We have been conditioned to focus on the past and the future, never fully embracing the now. It's like we are being offered a buffet of memories and worries, and we are too busy gorging ourselves to enjoy the main course of existence. But guess what? It's time to break free. We are free beings capable of floating, being and doing as we please, without worrying about the limits of time. When we see through the illusion, when we recognize that time is just a concept, we become liberated. It's like realizing the boogeyman isn't real and stepping out of the shadows. Thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, there is more to life than the ticking of the clock. And embrace the miracle of existence in each eternal now.